Hi students, welcome to NIRS Education. We are discussing about the lesson Natural Resources. So as we started in the yesterday's class about the study of the soil, so depending upon the type of particles present in the soil, so that will be divided into mainly four groups, that is the gravel, sand, silt and clay. So the type of particles, either they are bigger or the medium or the small or the dusty particles, so it will be going to be categorized into four groups. So already we know that there are many types of soil are there, that may be depending on its color, or maybe it is depending on the composition of the soil. So black soil is there, red soil is there, laterite soil is there. So it is depending on its color, also depends on the minerals which are present in that, and also the particles which are present in the soil. They will give the conclusion either what kind of quality it has. So soil consists the sufficient amount of water, air and many living things. Already we know that between the particles of the soil, so air is present, so between the pores water is present. So in these all things we can see many living organisms are also there. So soil air occurs within the pore of the soil. So already we know that pore means that is not the permanent hole, so that has the quality of opening and closing by means of the entry of the materials or the things. So soil air occurs within the pores of the soil, and it contains the mainly three gases, that is the oxygen, carbon dioxide as well as the nitrogen. The soil mainly consists of the three gases, that is the oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. So the soil is very rich in the moisture. The soil is rich in moisture. So soil water which is available to plants is the capillary water. The soil water which is available to the plants, that is called the capillary water, which exists as a thin layer around the soil particles. So the water which is present in the soil particles or around the soil particles, that is called the capillary water. So that exists as a thin layer around the soil particles. So this water is actually occurs in smaller soil channels and is held by the capillary forces. So here the water which is retained as a thin and tightly bound film around the individual soil particle, that is called the hygroscopic water. The water which is retained as a thin layer and tightly bound layer around the individual soil particle. So each and every single particle of the soil has surrounded by water content. That water is called hygroscopic water, and that is not going to be utilized by the plants. So other than that, the water which is present is called the gravitational water. So the water which is present in the soil other than the capillary water and hygroscopic water, that is called the gravitational water. So that is free to flow the downwards through the soil. So it is influenced by the gravity of the earth. So towards the down, so the water is going to move. So that is called the gravitational water. So like this, so the water is going to move downwards along with the soil particles. So like this, the soil is going to play the different role in every single aspect of the surrounding. So as we already know that the soil is the habitat for the many living organisms such as the microorganisms, fungi, protozoa, some snails, millipedes, centripedes, and earthworms, and such as some mammals like the rats, mice. So those are living in the soil. So the soil contains almost all the kind of the minerals. Those are we are going to use. So such as the coal, petroleum, copper, aluminium, zinc, lead, iron, silver, gold. These are all the natural resources that we are using. So the fossil fuels are also like the petrol, diesel, coal are used by the human beings in the industries as well as in the transport or in the household and agriculture. So these are all the natural resources, but these are all present in the soil only. So all the non-renewable minerals such as we already know that the non-renewable means which are not going to be recreated like the petrol, diesel and coal. So those are also be present in the soil only. So it is a very extraordinary and very important resource that we have to keep clean and clear and healthy. So we should not add the unwanted things that should not go to change the quality of the soil. So regarding the soil erosion and its causes and prevention, that we will discuss in the next session. Thank you and have a nice day.